Welcome back to CTV News Channel. I'm Jennifer Burke. We're just learning that Canada is extending the ban on international travelers until the end of August. The ban applies to anyone traveling into the country from anywhere other than the U.S. The ban's been in place since mid-March. It still allows Canadian citizens, permanent residents, and family members of Canadians to enter the country, although they will have to self-isolate. Meantime, Air Transit is making sweeping service cuts, grounding all southbound routes from Western Canada. COVID-19 service cuts are nothing new, but this time, customers will receive a full refund instead of a company credit. Flights from Western Canada to Toronto and Montreal are still available, as well as some connecting flights to Europe that have a layover in Toronto. For more, I want to bring in Jennifer Weatherhead. She's a travel expert and founder of travelandstyle.ca. Hi, Jen.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. So your reaction to this news by Air Transit, were you surprised it's canceling some routes to the warmer climes?
You know what? I'm not that surprised, to be honest, because of the situation that is happening in the U.S., where things don't seem to be getting any better. I think that we are seeing a lot of things that are kind of affecting, even though it's the states and sun destinations, I believe the states and their situation is going to continue to affect other parts of the world and how we are going to travel and how comfortable we are to travel. So it's not that surprising. It's very sad, but I don't think it's that surprising.
Were you surprised to hear they actually did issue refunds to their passengers? Because that seems to be the anomaly as opposed to the norm these days.
Yeah, exactly. Most airlines, Canadian airlines, are doing the credit option if there are some cancellations. So it is a bit surprising. It kind of indicates to me that possibly they are thinking that those routes might not be coming back, or they do not know when they would be coming back. So that's a little bit of a situation for them where they're probably thinking we want to be able to give them this full refund because we're not sure exactly if they will be able to go there at some point.
Wow. What about the takeover by Air Canada? Where does that stand then?
Yeah, so again, that's been pushed back, and I think we're going to continue to see it be pushed back. I think the latest is August 27th, so that's another month that it's been extended. And I think, it's just a turbulent time. People are not sort of certain about what the airline industry is going to look like going forward. We have high hopes that travel is going to pick up again soon, but when you see these things with the situation in the States and even some of the countries in Europe where they're seeing more and more spikes and more advisories are coming out, as a traveler, you need to expect that. And you need to realize that there are going to be influxes and changes, and you may run into having your flight canceled. And you just really need to look into your fine print to know where you're going to be covered.
If people want to try and plan a winter getaway, a Christmas vacation, or a February break, would you advise them to at this point?
I think your safest bet at this point is to plan something within Canada. Obviously, that's going to be your
It's
safest.
minus 20 here in February, Jennifer.
I know. I don't know. Maybe you can find a spa that's really warm inside. But what? I would say you can still book those vacations. There are still lots of European destinations that are opened up to Canada. Again, make sure you're diligent in reading that fine print because you want to know, will you get a credit? Will you get a refund? What are your rights in that situation? So you can still book these things, and there are some really great deals out there to be had, especially for those sunny, warm destinations, which we all are dying to have in the winter. But make sure you read that fine print and make sure that you're covered.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's good advice. I do appreciate you coming on today, Jen. Thanks.
Thanks so much.